Airplan. This is the company that operates, manages, sustains, adequates, and commercially exploits 6 airports of the north-central region of the country through a concession contract. International Airport José María Córdoba. Located in Rio Negro, Antioquia, it operates more than 25 national and international routes and is the second airport of the country with the biggest amount of freight transportation. It makes about 210 daily operations, which make it the second airport of the country carrying travelers and the third one operating in Colombia. Olaya Herrera Airport. Located in the southwest of Medellín, Antioquia, serves over 15 regional and national destinations. It's the second airport in the country with the main air traffic. It has the biggest amount of aircraft hangars and executes more than 230 daily operations. Los Garzones Airport. Located in Montería, Córdoba, it operates flights to some of the main capitals of the country, whose visitors are mainly executives, livestock sector businessmen, and tourists who visit the near beaches. El Caraño Airport. Located in Quibdó, Chocó, it operates national flights to Medellín, Bogotá, the Colombian Pacific coast, among others. The main travelers are Chocó inhabitants, tourists, and people linked to the mining activity. Antonio Roldán Betancourt Airport. Located in Carepa at the Urabá area of Antioquia. This airport serves to the municipality of Apartado, and in occasions it serves as an alternative airport for Montería City. It operates flights to Medellín City, and the main travelers of this airport are businessmen and banana sector executives. Las Brujas Airport. Located in Corozal, Sucre, 10 minutes away from Sincelejo, it operates flights to Bogotá and Medellín. In occasions, it serves as an alternative airport for Montería City. The concession contract is divided in 3 stages. Prior stage involves the contractual deadlines between 2008 and 2009. Adequacy and modernization from 2009 till 2014. Maintenance from 2014 until 2033. The signed contract warrants the operation and security of the airports, meeting all the requirements of the International Civil Aviation, the Colombian Civil Aviation Authority, and the licensors, the National Infrastructure Agency, and the public establishment Olaya Herrera Airport. An airport is an airfield specially equipped and regularly used for travelers and cargo. It has enough facilities to be operated by the National Civil Aviation. The airport is composed by airside. It includes all the areas assigned for the movement of the aircraft, such as runways, taxiways, hangars, and aprons. Due to its nature, the access to these areas is restricted. Landside refers to all the internal and external airport areas arranged for users. Landside is divided into public area. Refers to all the parts built for the use of general public with some kind of control. Restricted area includes all the areas of the airport identified as danger zones, where, apart of having a big control of the access, some other high security measures are carried out. RAC 17 comes from Colombian aeronautical regulations for the security of the civil aviation. Its purpose is protecting the travelers, the aircrew, the ground staff, and users as much as the aircraft, the airport, and aeronautic facilities from acts of illicit interference. Its field of application covers airports operators developing public operation, aircraft operators with regular and non-regular commercial operation, airport operations and maintenance services companies, staff developing activities in the different areas of the airport, commercial local renters, nationals or foreigners making use of the aeronautical and airport infrastructure, members of the military forces and security system organizations of the state. Security plan. It's a set of ordinary and extraordinary actions and procedures that Airplan establishes to control the access to the air area and the restricted security zones. The airport has likewise emergency and contingency plans that warrant everyone's safety. The airport security is a responsibility of some organizations such as the National Police, Airport Security Agency, DIAN Department, ICA Institution, Secretary of Health, Colombian Migration Agency, Airplan. Airport Identity System. The Airport Identity System involves a group of procedures and documents used to allow the access of persons and vehicles to the public and restricted security zones of the airports. This requires the authorization of the airport manager. There are two kinds of permissions for persons. Permanent permission. It's a permission of minimum 2 months and maximum 2 years given to the ones who develop permanent tasks inside the restricted areas. Temporal permission. It is given for a term of maximum 2 months. It is granted to the people who carry out temporary labors. There is also a permanent and temporary permission for vehicles access. Color identity cards. The color serves to identify the kind of company whose bidder makes part. Access levels per area. The access levels are specific for each airport, depending on their operations and the existing areas they have. Every number means a specific area where the bearer can have access. Characteristics and functionality. The access control system allows people get into the public and restricted security zones of the airport throughout the usage of an identity card with a chip containing coded information. In this way, it helps to have a register of the different persons and the moment when they enter to certain place. The person who gets a permanent permission card should wear the card in a visible place near the thorax, submit themselves to the required security and safety checks, present the card to the security staff when required, wear a valid card with a current validity date, wear the card only during working hours. The person who gets a permanent or temporary permission card is not allowed to get into an area different to the specified on his card. Use the card to get the access for a different person. Make changes to the card. Wear a card with an expired date. The manager of the airport has the authority to confiscate the card in case of proving an infringement of the rules. The forfeiture of the permission card results in the immediate expulsion from the public or restricted zone, and the access won't be permitted anymore. When a user or a worker commits any of the infractions mentioned on the Colombian aeronautical regulations, this person will be penalized in accordance to part number 7 of them. Operational security. Operational security consists on decreasing both the risk of personal injury and the damages to goods. This is made through a process of danger identification and risk management. Pedestrians walking on the platform should follow the signalization and cross only on the authorized areas. An incursion into the maneuvering area occurs when the wrong presence of an aircraft, a vehicle, or a person inside the area assigned for the takeoff, landing, or movement of the planes is identified. It's a basic requirement that all the staff on the platform wear a proper reflective vest. A closure with barriers or nets allows to delimit the area where the engine and staff can have access without authorization. Warning: don't drive or walk through the barrier, otherwise you would commit an infringement getting into the runway or the landing field. In the event of a spillage of oils or any other fuel, the platform should be cleaned immediately by the responsible of the damage. In case you don't have the absorption kit, you should face the consequences, assume the cost, and contact immediately the aircraft firefighters to get support. Fire danger explosion. Smoking and causing fire is prohibited at the platform and all the airport zones. The concentration of fuel vapors may be high in the fuel areas around the planes. For this reason, you must be vigilant. Be careful when a vehicle or motorized equipment operates around the aircraft. When an aircraft has the anti-collision lights on, every person on the platform should pay close attention. Anti-collision lights are blinking lights on the top of the plane which are activated when the engines of the aircraft are working or are going to start their function. It is always dangerous being near a plane with the engines running. Be careful when working near the motors, air screws, and the aircraft blades. Keep away. Never approach to a turbine when it is working. The suction is so hard in the front side and next to the air entrance that loose objects or even persons may be easily suctioned. Helicopters operation security. When approaching to a helicopter, do it at the front or at the sides. Keep always on a bended knee position while walking under the gusts of the main motor. Hold the hat and the loose items securely and never try to pick them up in case you lose them. If the dust or the sand around limits your sight, stop and wait for assistance. Never approach to a helicopter until it has landed and the crew authorizes you to get closer. Don't drive any vehicle under the motor blades. When there's low visibility, the aircraft operates under some security procedures that provide a higher safety level and, as a consequence, all the operations of the platform are affected when the visibility is under the established levels. The movement of vehicles on the platform is generally restricted, except for vehicles essential for the airport operation. Working around an aircraft. For your safety, the one of the travelers and the aircrew, special caution should be taken when working around the aircraft. The damages caused to the aircraft result in expensive repairs, delays, and unfortunate accidents. Unless an airline authorizes it, the access or contact to the aircraft is restricted. Unauthorized parking represents a serious danger for the aircraft security and the rest of the traffic. What is FOD? It's any kind of object throw or hitting the plane that could create a hazard to the aircraft or an accident. Working areas control. When the contractors work on the paved area or circulate on them with material, a thorough inspection must be done every day and at the end of the work, this in order to ensure the area reopening and the aircraft use. During the work, all the staff should wear a distinctive reflective vest as specified in the airport operational security plan. Maneuvering and movement signalization. Some colors are used on the platform to delimit the different areas. Red lines for aircraft protection. Yellow lines for parkings and runway. White lines for vehicles and pedestrian traffic. Service road lines, pedestrian signals, runway access. The airport runway and taxiways have a vertical signalization which guides the pilots. Inside the area delimited with the red lines, there must not be any vehicle, stairs, or any other obstacle whose access is not authorized. The airports have a pedestrian traffic zone. Vehicles are not allowed to circulate in that area. Yellow lines facilitates aircraft running and parking. Your commitment and collaboration is very important. Pay attention, keep the calm, and inform immediately to the airport authorities in any of these cases. Suspect people. uncontrolled entrances, abandoned objects, people in the restricted areas without the permission card, or if you hear a conversation that may seem dangerous. In case of detecting abandoned packages, suitcases, bags, or books, don't touch them. They might be an explosive that could be activated with the contact. What to do then? Keep calm and try to find out who the owner of the object is. In case of finding the person, make sure he or she is the owner and suggest not abandoning the objects again. If you can't find the person, don't touch the objects. Don't alarm the rest of the people. Alert the airport authorities or the national police. Security is our biggest strength. For this reason, we invite you to make part of it and help us creating a better and safer airport with an excellent service.